now we're ready for our first lesson. Our first simple machines lesson is going to be focusing on the lever and the inclined plane. To begin this lesson, students will make a mini book, which is right here, and will include a lever and an inclined plane in their book. They will also learn what each of the simple machines are and what each machine does. For the first activity, students will make a mini book. And this mini book we're going to be adding to throughout the entire lesson, and they'll use this for taking notes on each simple machine. Click on the teeter-totter to find out what our first simple machine is. I'd have a student come up and
now introducing the lever.
Another thing that I learned to do with the smartboard is to attach sound to it, so when the student would click on it, the sound would come out of the smartboard. The first simple machine, as I said, is the lever, and students would open their textbook to page 556. It gives a definition of what a lever is, and also including a picture. Students would then write that in the first page of their mini book, and I also have the textbook page attached. I also have the textbook page on levers scanned in, so that way we can read it together as a class. Next, students are to draw 3 different examples of levers, 1 in each box, and then we'd see, I'd have a student come up and click here for a video.
The next simple machine we're going to discuss is called a lever. A lever is simply a rigid object or bar that pivots around a fixed point, called a fulcrum. A lever reduces the amount of effort needed to lift or move an object.
It's really nice so students could see visuals of the different simple machines by including the videos. Next, to practice, students will erase each box to find an example of a different lever, and then they are to draw one of those examples in their mini book. So they would pick up the eraser on the smartboard, they'd erase, we'd see a hockey stick, crowbar, the teeter-totter, the shovel, and the fishing line. All examples, and students can pick one to draw in their mini book. The next activity is students are to circle the objects that are simple machines that are specifically levers. So students would come up and circle which ones they thought were levers on the smartboard. Then I would have a student pull and line these up, and then this would give the answer so we could see if we were correct in that or not. Moving on to our next simple machine, which is the inclined plane. Students would record the definition of an inclined plane in their mini book, along with opening their textbook to 570. I have the page of the textbook scanned in on the smartboard. After reading the textbook, students would pop the balloons to find examples of inclined planes, and then they would choose one to put into their mini book. So we start with the ramp. And we have 3 different examples of inclined planes. That's the first lesson.